G'day guys, my name's Dave Tran and welcome to another GuitarZero2Hero song tutorial. And in this lesson I'll be teaching you Somebody's Love by Passenger. So for the basics of this song, guitar in standard tuning and capo on the 5th fret of the guitar. There's 5 chord shapes that you'll need to know for this song. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. So the 5 chord shapes are A minor, C, G, F, and D minor. So before we start with the chords, I'm going to show you the strumming pattern first, because this strumming pattern is going to be used throughout the whole song. So the strumming pattern will go something like this. Down, 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 up, down, up. And in succession, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. So I'll start with all the rhythm of this song, and then I'll teach you the lead parts after that. So starting with the intro, we have 2 lines of chords. Our first line goes F, A minor, G, and F. And each chord is played for 1 strumming pattern. And in the second line of chords, we have D minor, A minor, and G. Now that last G is going to be played for 2 strumming patterns. So altogether, the intro will sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Now we get to the chorus, and the chorus is just 2 lines of chords again. So our first line of chords is F, A minor, G, and then F. And the second line of chords is A minor, C, and then G. And the G, again, is played for 2 strumming patterns. And those 2 lines of chords are just repeated once for the chorus. So the chorus will sound something like this. So now we get to the interlude, and the interlude is quite different to the intro. For the interlude, again, we have 2 lines of chords. The first line goes A minor, C, G, and F. And the second line goes D minor, A minor, and G. And the G is played for 2 strumming patterns. Now I'm not going to bother playing that interlude, you'll hear it later on in the playthrough. After the interlude, there's the verse, and the verse has 4 lines of chords. So he likes to mix things up a little bit here, but as long as you follow along in the annotation, then you should be fine. So the first line of chords for the verse is A minor, C, F, and then C. Second line goes F, A minor, C, and G. Third line goes A minor, C, F, C. So the same as the first line basically. And then the last line goes D minor, A minor, and G for 2 strumming patterns. So altogether the first verse will sound like this. And that's it for the first verse. Now after the first verse you play another chorus and we get to the second verse. Now the second verse is different from the first verse. So it still has 4 lines of chords, but they're all in a different order. So I'll play all of that later in the playthrough. Now after the second verse we have a chorus again, and then we have the interlude that we learnt previously, and then we get to the final chorus. Now the final chorus is different to all the other choruses that we've played. So for the final chorus, we have 2 lines of chords. We have F, A minor, G, and F. And the second line goes D minor, C, and G. And the G is held for 2 strumming patterns. And those 2 lines get just repeated once. So the final chorus will sound something like this. So for the lead parts, I'm going to take the capo off. So please note that the tab up here will be without a capo. So to start this riff, we're going to hit the 11th fret of the 2nd string, and then we're going to hit another run of 4 notes immediately after this. So we go 11 with our ring finger, 10 with our middle, 8 with our index, and then back to 10 with our ring finger. So we'll go like this. Then we're going to hit another run of 4 notes. We're going to go 10, 8 with our index, and then slide down to 6 with our index, and then back to 8 with our ring finger. So that run of 4 notes will sound like this. Our next run of notes will then start on the 8th fret, go down to the 6th fret with your index, slide down 1 fret and hit 5th fret, and then with your ring finger you go to 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then end on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. And that last run will sound like this. So altogether, the first line sounds like this. And a bit slower. Now the second line for this intro riff will start again back at the 11th fret. We're going to play that with our middle finger. And then we're going to play a run of 5 notes. So we go 11 and then pinky to 13, back to 11, then 10 with our index. And then we're going to change strings on the same fret, 10th fret, to the 3rd string. So that run of notes goes. And then we finish off with the 12th fret on the 3rd string, and then 10th fret on the 4th string. And the whole riff will sound like this. Now in the first interlude, we have another riff, and it's quite similar to the intro. There's a little variation, but it's quite similar in the style and timing. So we'll slide up to 10th fret from 8th fret with our ring finger on the 2nd string. And then after that, we'll hit a run of 4 notes, which goes 10, 8, 6, and then you slide back up to 10 from 8. So the run of 4 notes sounds like this. The next run of notes goes 10, 8, 6, 8, like that. And then our last run of notes goes 8, 6, 5, and then we change strings to the 3rd string, 7, and 5. So the first line sounds like this. Now the second line is quite similar to the intro. We're going to start on the 11th fret with our middle finger. And then we're going to play a run of 5 notes. So this run of notes starts with 11, 13, 11, 10, and then with our ring finger, 12th fret of the 4th string. We skip a string here. So the 5-note run sounds like this. And then we finally end on 12th fret of the 3rd string, and then 10th fret of the 4th string. So altogether, the first interlude will sound like this. Now the second interlude will be quite similar to the first interlude, with minor variations at the end. So the first line is going to be exactly the same. Now the second line is going to be the different part. So for this second line, we're going to start with our middle finger on the 15th fret of the 3rd string. And our ring finger is going to be on the 15th fret of the 1st string. So we hit 3rd string, 1st string, and we do that twice. So, and then we hit the 3rd string, slide down to 14th fret, and then with our index finger, hit the 13th fret of the 1st string. And then we hit 3rd and 1st again. And then we go down to 12th fret on the 3rd and 1st strings, and then we hit 3rd string and 1st string. Altogether, the second interlude will sound like this. Now I'm going to be playing the full song in its entirety with vocal backing track on top for some context. So please do play along, repeat this as many times as you want to, practice and see how you go. So be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more in the future, then it would help so much if you hit that like button, Hit that subscribe button, leave your thoughts, comments and questions, requests below, and I'll see you next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.